You are here for a mission. I believe in you. Whatever it is, I believe in you. Unless it's, it's harming others, then you need to stop that shit. But I believe in you, and whatever your cause is, stop procrastinating. Stop putting it off. Time is an illusion. The only moment that exists is right now. I gave up everything for this fast. I literally quit my job for this fast. Create, because you are a creator. That is what you are here to do. That's what you're meant to do. So in order to change the way that you feel, you need to change who you are. You need to literally change your personality. You cannot keep doing the same things over and over and expecting something that's different. It's called insanity. Cleanse your body and get on the right path, because you know what you're supposed to be doing in life. Your heart is always trying to guide you. Greetings. Peace. I go by the Alchemist Aya, and today I wanted to share my 30-day water detoxification fast journey with you all. I'd like to first say that this was a water plus vitamin mineral detoxification, not a pure water detoxification fast. So if you are here for someone who did just pure water, I am not that person, and I never have any intentions on doing that. Personally, I think that you get much more out of the experience by using certain kind of supplements that help balance your vitamin and mineral input so your body can still function properly. So I just wanted to share my journey with you all. So yeah, let's talk about this water fast. I try to segment each part of this in two parts so it's more structured, so things will flow quickly, so the video doesn't drag on, because I will be adding clips somewhere probably at the end of the video, so you can first understand how everything went, and then you can see my process during it. I didn't take many videos during the fast because I was very tired all the time. And it's a lot of work, it's a lot of talking. You'll see, I did a couple of days of dry fasting in between those two to really intensify the experience. But let's talk about why I fasted. I fasted because I wanted to cleanse my mind, body, and soul of all impurities that were plaguing me, that were keeping me from being the best version of myself. And these impurities can exist in all forms. Mind, body, and soul-wise. So they can exist physically within your vessel, within your body. They can exist mentally within your mental space, your mind, and spiritually, energetically. You can have clogs within your meridian system or your chakra system, your energy system throughout your body. And in my personal experience, everything has a level of consciousness to it. So everything that is plaguing you and keeping you from being the best version of yourself has a level of sentience, has a level of consciousness to it. And it's all about detoxifying that consciousness from your body by making yourself non-biologically compatible with that energy. So the best and easiest way to do that is to fast and to detoxify yourself over and over again, to completely cleanse your complete being and wash all of that nonsense through you. So for me, I had a bunch of nonsense that I just wanted to cleanse out of me. Terrible eating habits, terrible patterns that have been stuck with me for quite some time that I really wanted to get over. I wasn't a big weed smoker, but occasionally I'd find myself in a pattern of utilizing weed, which is marijuana is a really magical plant, but if you abuse it, which I was doing, it's not good for you. I was abusing food, I was abusing my body, I was not feeling myself, I was not on the right path, I was not listening to my inner voice, my inner guidance, and doing what I know I should be doing. And every time I listened to my mind instead of my heart, I regretted it every single time. And it put me on the path to I was overweight, I was unhealthy, I was, it was just, I didn't have a healthy body at all. So I fasted numerous times last year, and I've lost a total, I think, about of 80 pounds, I believe. It's 80 or 70. I'm not remembering right now, but I've lost a total of 80 or 70 pounds, which is, I I never thought I could lose that much weight, but perseverance, dedication, and discipline is all you need. I gave myself no option, no choice. And that's the only way that you'll make these things happen. That's the only way that you'll make change happen in your life, is when you feel like you have no other choice, no other option. And you give in to that burning desire, that relentless cause, that relentless willpower to do whatever it takes to make this happen. There are numerous times where I thought I was gonna freaking die, but I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm putting my heart on the line. And now you know what? Every time I thought I was gonna die, it was all in my head. It was always in my head. It's always in your mind. Your mind, your ego is so fragile. At the littlest thing, you think it's going to perish. I promise you, you are never ending. You are never ending. So, for me, I put my heart on the line. I put my passion on the line last year, and I just put the pedal to the metal, and I just did it. I fasted numerous times. First time was 3 days. Next time was 7. No, first time was 3. Next time was 10. But before the 10, I did a 3-day dry fast. It was more like a 2.5-day dry fast. And then I like, you know what? I need to do it longer. I need to do 40. And I couldn't, I still I couldn't do 40, but it's just that I feel completed at the end of 30. This is supposed to be a 40-day fast, but I felt completed at the end of the 30. And it's just like, there's just really no point for me to keep doing this. I need to start refeeding, because refeeding is very difficult. So let's talk about how the fast went. This wasn't my first fast. This was my longest fast, but this wasn't my first fast. So I was very much used to the ketosis effects. The ghrelin, I believe is what it's called. Ghrelin is when your stomach is, it's that hunger hormone. It's when it kicks in after a certain amount of period of time in which you haven't consumed food. Your stomach starts to feel like it needs food. So I was easily pushed past that. That stuff never lasts more than 15 minutes. So if you ever do feel like you need to fast, just push through it, because it never lasts. So I believe the first week was pretty easy for me. Actually, no, I'm lying. The first week was actually pretty difficult for me, if I recall correctly, because even though you're used to fasting, it's still not easy to get your body back into the motion of not eating. So, what I did was, I just jumped right into it, and what I utilized for supplements was, not every morning, but I occasionally use apple cider vinegar. I pour a little bit in my cup, probably about 2 tablespoons of that, to balance the pH in my stomach, to help metabolize the fat cells. I also use potassium chloride and pink Himalayan salt. I don't have the exact dosage for the potassium chloride and pink Himalayan salt, because I actually didn't use those for very long. I know other people use those for long, but I actually didn't use those for long, so I actually switched it. I switched to Chlorella, which is a very, very, very low calorie algae. It's an algae that contains vitamins and minerals. So here's the thing about fasting. You only step out of fasting when you break ketosis. If you never break ketosis, you're not stepping out of fasting. And this is from Dr. Mindy, and I'll provide her information in my description. I followed her guidelines for fasting and her understanding of fasting, and she's a doctor who's recorded the effects of fasting and the flow of fasting, and I followed that, and I never went above a certain calorie count, which is extremely low. If you go above, I think maybe like 20 or 15 or so calories, you're gonna break out of ketosis. No, I think it's 50 calories, but it's for fasting. You want to go very much more lower. So chlorella is extremely low. It has vitamins and minerals that you need, and it will guide you along the process of the fasting. Not only that, but it binds to heavy metals, so it aids with the detoxification process. So I cannot stress this enough. My focus here was to detoxify my body and fast while doing it. I did not consume any food, but the primary goal was detoxification. So I know there might be some elitists in the comments saying that, this is not a real fast because you use supplements, and I don't care. I'm here to detoxify my body, and I'm doing something that most of the planet probably hasn't even done, and nor do they probably care to. I care about cleansing my body, my mind, body, and soul, and making sure that I'm healthy. So I made sure that I detoxified, and I used certain supplements to help me along the way to pull and bind the heavy metals, the toxin, the bacteria, the viruses from my body. So chlorella was the main thing that I used, and it really helped me along the way, and I didn't use a lot. All right, let's talk about, still on the topic of how the fast went, let's talk about what I experienced and the benefits. So I have this on my phone, so I'm going to be looking at my phone. So I experienced indescribable strength and belief in myself. The amount of perseverance and strength and dedication that I experienced on this fast is something that I never thought I would experience in my life, and it's something that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. I have this strength now that is just something that I cannot put in words. Anytime I ever feel like I'm going to doubt myself, it's gone. I don't need to doubt myself. I know I'm strong. I know I'm more than capable of handling anything that comes in my way. And this strength is just something that everyone should experience, but you have to push yourself beyond your limits. It's like breaking your limits. It's like going plus ultra if you're into My Hero Academia. You go beyond plus ultra. So that's what I experienced, that strength. Knowing that I create my reality, there are moments where my mind would, monkey mind chattering, just lying to myself, just saying, doubtful things. And it's just like, you know what? No, I create my reality. I did a lot of meditation, a lot, very deep meditations. I meditated for 3 hours, probably maybe, I don't remember, at some point during the fast, I meditated for 3 hours, and I've never done that before. Never. So I was getting deep within myself. What helped with that was binaural beats. I would also recommend binaural beats. I listened to some theta, some delta, and the healing tone 528. So I would highly recommend those. But knowing that I create my reality was absolutely paramount in this experience. And I know I create my reality, and I'm going to continue to create my reality. I would highly recommend checking out Joe Dispenza's videos about this as well. I utilize his techniques of using meditation to form my reality, to imagine the best aspect and version of myself and experience it right here, right now, not in the future, not in the past, but right here, right now, and constantly create this beautiful aura of light expanding from inside of me, growing and contracting, just constantly seeing the best version of myself, and that definitely dramatically helped. I've had a lot of self-forgiveness. I've had a tremendous amount of self-forgiveness. I realize that I'm human and I make mistakes, and I'm not perfect. I'm just here to experience human life and try to figure out what that's about. And I've made mistakes along the way and hurt people, but who hasn't, and I don't need to beat myself up for that for the rest of my life. And, self-forgiveness is key. I learned how to be more patient with myself. I have a tremendous amount of patience. The ability to see the big picture. I don't get hung up on things anymore. If a small little altercation happens, I can see the big picture. So I don't, in the past, I would have this subconscious level of control of how I would want someone to react to something that I say to them. I would want, if I say, like, oh, I lost 20 pounds, subconsciously I would expect you to say, damn, good job, you are grinding, being supportive. But I don't care about that. I have self-love, and I don't need anything from anyone, and I don't need a reaction from anyone to feel validated within myself. So not only that, but seeing the bigger picture helps you when you're in small altercations, like you're in traffic or stuff. I don't need to get upset. That's just a part of what life is. There's traffic. There's going to be people who cut you off. There's going to be people who hate you and they don't even know you. There's going to be people who leave terrible YouTube comments on your page, don't even know you. You're going to say mad things. You're going to get into altercations with whoever you're in a relationship with. But your ability to see the bigger picture is what matters. This small thing is not going to matter, not even a day from now, maybe. It depends on how big the problem is. But it really depends on your ability to cope with whatever you're going through. And self-acceptance and acceptance towards the situation is just key. It's paramount. And I believe that might be Taoism or something like that. I've been also researching different religions and stuff, but I believe Taoism, the way, is just self-acceptance of the moment. So weirder things. I noticed sometimes that I would smell, I would get various smells from my colon, stuff like just really bad smells that feels like this kind of like my colon is like cleansing, like cleaning itself out, but I wasn't pooping. So that was concerning for me. So I went and got a colon cleanse. And man, so much stuff came out of me. Oh God, it was, man, that's when I thought I was dying, man. Cause it was just like, oh, it was just so much garbage was coming out of me. That's just been sitting in my colon for who knows how long. You guys need to get your colon cleansed, because that stuff will make you sick. There's literally rotting feces that's inside of you that's just sitting there that hasn't passed through your body. Get a colon cleanse. Okay. Appreciation for life. Appreciation for life is probably like the last thing. And being less attached to things, which is pretty much what I already talked about, but just general appreciation for life, for food, for vitality, for water, for friends. Yeah, those are the main things. Other things that I've already experienced in previous fasts was mental clarity, because your brain is running on ketones, which is much more better for your brain. My mind was sharper. I also use ORMUS, which I talk about in another portion of this video. I use ORMUS, which is monatomic gold, I believe, and that really connected me to the ethers, like huge. Like I was getting massive downloads of etheric energy and knowledge and wisdom. And I would highly recommend getting some ORMUS from Now Alchemy or making it yourself. I'm gonna learn how to make it myself, but in the meantime, I would highly recommend Now Alchemy. ORMUS. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend. I know I talk about this in another portion of my videos, but highly recommend this, and highly recommend this. This is Orgonite, and this is, I believe this, I don't think this has Orgonite in it, but it's a pyramid with Orgonite base. And these will pull a lot of negativity from you. So I would highly recommend that, and these. Same thing, but just in bead form. Highly recommend it. So I feel like I'm kind of breezing through this explanation, but the fast was hard. In short, the fast was hard, but it was definitely beneficial. It's definitely beneficial. I would highly recommend fasting, but I don't know. I can't in my opinion, recommend fasting for 30 days. Do that at your own risk. Do that at your own dedication. If you feel you can do it, do it. There's thousands of people who've done it, you know, but the refeeding process is very difficult because you need to refeed over a certain period of days. If you try to go from a 30-day fast to eating something that's not good for you, or something that's really high and something like I had tomatoes at one point, and I think it was like on day 2, and it like swelled up my head because I had an electrolyte imbalance. Like my face is still kind of stiff, like on my lymph nodes, and I don't know what that was about. I guess it was an electrolyte imbalance, but you guys got to be careful with this fasting stuff, because if you do too much, you know, you can get a hernia, you can get an electrolyte imbalance, you can pass out, you can do some damage, and it could take some while for your body to recover. So when you're doing refeeding, stick to soft, alkaline, leafy greens. I've been using avocado, spinach. Yesterday I made some bomb soup. That soup is good. I probably ate too much because my stomach's a little sore now, but I've already been refeeding for a few days now. But I would highly recommend fasting, for sure. Highly recommend it. It's one of the best things I've ever done. I've inspired so many people around me to start fasting. It's inspired my siblings, my friends, my mom. Like, I'm really happy that I've inspired so many people to do this, because it's so beneficial and it's so good for you. And you know, it's starting to come out. We have people intermittent fasting. You know, like, I feel like the world is changing in a positive way, despite what you might see on social media. I feel like the world's changing in a positive way, and we gotta go through our darkest of dark hearts to come out on the other side with some big changes in 2020. There's some big changes coming. There's some big changes coming. So you guys better be ready to change, because it's coming. And I can feel it, at least for me in my life. Pure positivity, high vibrations are coming. So work on yourselves. Don't be complacent. Don't get lazy. You're here for a purpose. You are here for a mission. I believe in you. Whatever it is, I believe in you. Unless it's, you know, it's harming others, then you need to stop that shit. But I believe in you, and whatever your cause is, stop procrastinating. Stop putting it off. Time is an illusion. The only moment that exists is right now. If you're not doing it right now, you're not doing it. You need to do it right now. Obviously, this is a bit of an exaggeration. You can plan to do things in the future, like I plan to do this fast, but I gave up everything for this fast. I literally quit my job for this fast. And that's because money is nothing to me. I can get money, sneeze it, and money comes to me, because I know I have the law of attraction on my side. I have the law of abundance on my side. I put out positive energy, it's going to come back to me. I know that for a fact. And watch me. Watch me. And that's what I tell everybody. Just watch me. If you don't believe me, watch me. I will prove it to be true, because I will manifest it, because it has no other choice, because that's how I create my reality. Create your reality, and don't let your reality create you. Don't let your thoughts and emotions create you. Don't become a victim to them. Create, because you're a creator. That is what you are here to do. That's what you're meant to do. But you can't do that if you don't detoxify your body and get all of these things that are holding you back. All these parasites live inside of you. They influence your mind. They influence your body. They influence how you feel. A lot of times we dictate the way that we do things in life based upon the way that we feel. If you never feel like doing something, you will never do it. So in order to change the way that you feel, you need to change who you are. You need to literally change your personality. You cannot keep doing the same things over and over and expecting something that's different. It's called insanity. Change who you are. Become a better person. Leave that person in the past. Leave that complacent, lazy person who is filled with doubt, self-doubt, anxiety, self-loathing, unhealthy eating habits. Leave that shit behind. Leave that person behind, and cleanse your body and get on the right path. because you know what you're supposed to be doing in life. Your heart is always trying to guide you, and you always have that inner voice that says, you know what, I don't think you should do that. I think that this would be the better choice. This would be the healthier choice. And it's I'm not talking about that self-doubt. You know that voice, and if you don't know that voice, meditate and you'll find it. So like I said, I'm gonna probably put my stuff at the end, my couple of days of fasting at the end of this video. But thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you like what I've said today. I plan on making more videos when I get my own camera. Right now I'm borrowing my friends. Thank you, Chi. Appreciate it. And yeah, peace. Today I'm on day 15, and I just wanted to talk about my journey so far. I didn't want to make a video every day or every other day or even every week, because it's just very tiring for me and time consuming to make these videos. So I just figured it's about almost halfway through the journey, so I might as well make a video about it now. The very first thing I noticed was week 1 was just very difficult as usual. This isn't my first fast, so I'm quite adverse with the various detox symptoms and how hard it is to first get started, because you feel very, very hungry all the time. And that's because of the chemical reaction called, what is it called? Gremlin or something like that? Oh, ghrelin. Because of the chemical reaction called ghrelin. Ghrelin kicks in, and it's the hunger chemical that makes you feel hungry. So that kicked in, and I was obviously ravenous, but this isn't my first fast, so I know how to ignore it. So I pushed through it, and that was pretty much the first week. It was just like extreme hunger fatigue, very tired. Not very tired, but just very hungry. Also, I wanted to, I wouldn't say apologize, but let you know that during this last bit, I decided to do an alternating dry fast with my water fast, so my appearance may be very gaunt and I may sound very tired. My lips are quite dry, but that's because I wanted to kick it up a notch. So yeah, for the rest of this fast, I'm going to try doing an alternating dry fast, 18 hours of dry fasting and maybe like a cup of water. And I really just want to completely cleanse and detoxify my body and let the innate intelligence take over. Holy shit, this is fucking tiring. Man, fasting is tough, and I'm on day 15, man, and I'm exhausted. But I feel like, man, I've made some major milestones with this fast. Emotional traumas came up, emotional traumas from childhood came up, and those started to get cleared. And that was really interesting as well. It's like, because when you're fasting, you're constantly, your body's constantly going through all the fat cells. And if you think about energy is stored in your fat cells. So energy and thought forms go hand in hand. So the emotional traumas are stored in your fat cells. So when you're fasting, these emotional traumas come up and they're burned, so they have to come to the surface. So my emotional traumas from childhood are coming up. Right now I can't really think of what, but they came up and I was crying about it. I remember now, I was like, I didn't feel worthy of love. I felt like no one loved me because no one was taking care of me, and all this stuff that wasn't true. But as a child, you have misconceptions, so they're traumatizing as a child, you know. So I cried about it and I let it go. When I first started to really kick it into high gear with the dry fast portion of it, I couldn't sleep that night. I mean, I did sleep eventually, but it was so hard. Like, I could not sleep. And I'm sure there's a reason for that, but I just can't think of it right now. But I slept completely fine last night. Slept like a baby. It was beautiful. I noticed increased brain activity. BDNF, I believe is what it's called. And my mind is extremely sharp. Extremely sharp. Very much a lot of brain activity, which makes it harder for me to meditate as well, because everything is happening very quickly, and my mind is just like, it's very quick, it's very sharp. I feel very intelligent. I'm able to obtain and retain information very quickly, and that's also difficult because my mind is like going, and I meditate very often. I'm a very advanced, I wouldn't say advanced, but I'm a very good meditator, so I can quiet my mind. But man, it's been difficult because my mind is quick. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. God dang. This takes a lot of energy. I think I'm gonna have to cut it here. Maybe talk about more later. But this is day 15. And yeah. I'm staying strong. And I've gained a lot of discipline and resilience and strength from this. And I'm gonna keep persevering on, and I swear I won't quit. The reason why I am able to do this and keep going is because the thought of eating is not satisfying to me. What's satisfying to me is making that 40-day marker. There's nothing in my life more satisfying than for me to hit 40 days and say I did it. I completed it. So it's, people are asking, aren't you hungry? Don't you want to eat? There's nothing about food that's satisfying to me right now. The mere idea of it is just rubbish. What's most satisfying to me is hitting that 40 days and saying I did it. Oh, and I've lost, I don't know how much weight I lost. I'm gonna have to add that in later. But I weighed myself on day 11 and I weighed 138. So I've lost probably like 12 or 15 pounds or something like that. I don't know. I'll give you an accurate reading later. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Hey everyone, it's day 23. I was very reluctant to make this video because I'm very tired. I haven't really vlogged this journey as much because I'm always tired. Some days are very intense. Some days are harder than others. There's been lots of crying. I don't know what to say. It's like I wanted to stop today. I wanted to just say, I'm satisfied, I'm done. I'm not sure what else I have to gain from this. But spiritually, I do a lot of meditation. I've meditated more than I ever have in my life during this fast. And I truly believe in a higher self, and my higher self told me to keep going. He told me to keep pushing on, and I'm gonna push for 30 days, which is another 7 days. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it my all this last 7 days. And we'll see how I feel at the end. You might be wondering, why am I doing this? Well, for a lot of reasons. Detoxification, purification, to connect my mind, body, and soul, to gain a new level of discipline, determination, and strength, which I have gained. And mentally, my strength has beyond increased. My pain tolerance has beyond increased. My mental fortitude has beyond increased. My intuition and my connection to self has beyond increased. My ears are like, the water balance is off, so it's kind of annoying. It's like that thing where you can hear your heartbeat in your ear. It's kind of annoying, but I do take supplements to help me along this. I can't remember if I said that in another video. So it's not a complete just water fast. I have no interest in doing that. It's a detox fast, so I am taking supplements, natural supplements, to help me along the way. That gives me vitamins and minerals, and also purifies my blood and my body. I think last week I got some ORMUS. Very amazing products from Now Alchemy. I would highly recommend this. This completely electrified my body and my intuition and my connection to my prana, my life force, has doubled immensely, like immediately the day that I took it. And I've been just electrifying. Some days I'm just so electrified that it's intense. I also been using Orgone crystals to purify the negativity around me. These are amazing tools. I would highly recommend them. Very, very, very amazing tools. And I have a crystal chakra one as well. And I have Orgone beads as well to help with the purification of negativity. So as you can see, I'm very much deep into this. That's more than I thought I would say, because I'm pretty tired, but yeah, I don't want to waste any more time with this video, but I felt like I needed to make one because I haven't really documented this, and I know people are going to want to know how I felt throughout the process. Well, some days I feel like a freaking amazing, electrified being, and some days I've felt like shit, man. But that's the detoxification process. You know, it sucks coming out. Oh, I got a colon cleanse as well earlier this week. Amazing. I was gonna curse. Amazing. I barely pooped on this fast, and once I get my colon cleanse, the amount of garbage that came out of my colon, oh my god, I had big ass stone fucking I did curse, big pebbles of rubbish, and since then I've been pooping consistently, so I'm really happy with that. And I'm gonna go back again at the end of my fast for another round. So shout out to Good Morning Clinic in Chicago. Definitely go there. Amazing doctor. Yeah, get your colon cleanse, dude. And when you're done, get a pro prebiotic and take it to rebuild your gut bacteria. because when you get your colon cleanse, it helps with your absorption rate of whatever you're eating or consuming. So I think that's the end of this. I don't know, I've lost a lot of weight. I think I'm 132 pounds now, which is crazy because at the beginning of this year I was, I think, 210 or something, 200 pounds. So I lost a lot of weight this year. I'm pretty happy about that. And I've cleansed a lot too. So, happy holidays. And shout out to everyone who's been pushing me along. I haven't really talked to anyone. I made it also that I don't use social media like that, so I turned off my notifications. I have not scrolled down my feed at all since I started this fast. The most I do is pop in my group chat to talk to my friends when they tag me. But other than that, I'm not on social media at all. I mean, I'm on YouTube watching videos sometimes, but it's only about wellness. I don't care about anything else. And you know what? I think I'm gonna keep it that way when I'm done, because I was too absorbed into scrolling, losing my life, scrolling. It's just, I don't care. You know, memes are funny and great, but you kind of become addicted to that next laugh. You're looking for something to occupy your mind. And I don't care about that at all. So, yeah. Probably gonna go and meditate before I go lay down. I meditated for like 2.5 hours yesterday. I've never done that before. It was pretty intense. So I just practice building my reality, because your beliefs dictate your reality. So I firmly know that. I don't believe it, I know it to be true. So that's what I do. That's what I do. I don't miss a day of making my reality. And I will never miss a day. Peace, guys. I might make another video next week for week 4. This is week 3. But we'll see. Sayonara.